made for this, I'm at the beach up all.
And that's a wrap, folks. Morning. Oh, Jesus. Morning, nice and decent people. It's too late in the year to be catching a cold. It's almost spring, right? I think tomorrow is the official start of the spring, what is it? The equinox. Getting a cold and shit. It's not good. Big up, people. The Champions League fog has cleared. It has set. We asked the question before we went into the Champions League, just how many English teams are going to progress. Your guess was as good as mine, but I think for the most part, we got it right. After the first leg, we're like, oh, damn, England could embarrass themselves out here. And for the most part, they did. They did, right? Arsenal, Liverpool did their bits. Man City, tall order to come back against City, to come back against Real. The less we say about Chelsea, the better. Big up to Brian. Brian's been doing bits, supporting the channels. The Chelsea man then that I have smoke for don't show up here, so I'm going to let Chelsea be today. But 6 English team entered, 2 remain. 3 Spanish team entered the tournament, 3 remain. And all 3 Spanish teams face English opposition. Right? Their man faced City, Tottenham, and Newcastle. And my God, like we have to, my bro Specs, you know. After 3, it was 3-2 at halftime, and I text Specs, and I'm like, brother, or I put it in the group chat. I'm like, bro, conceding 3 goals in the first half is nasty work, you know. That's nasty work. Lo and behold, that I know they would concede 4 in the second half. It's like Barcelona was toying with these men. That is nasty work from Barca. To let these men actually believe they had a shot. Giving them 2 goals is 2-2, and Newcastle start to believe, and then you go ahead and put 5 more past them. It's mad, you know. It's mad. But the Champions League magic is just beginning. Now, I know that when the April comes around, was April 7th and April 13th is when we play, the energy around the sporting game is going to be different because now rivals and neutrals have to pick a new Cinderella story. They have to pick a new underdog. And guess who they're going to pick? Yeah, you got it. Ding, ding, ding. Whoever the hell Arsenal plays. So sporting is everybody's new favorite, right? Just like last week, Bodo Glimt was everybody's favorite. Bodo Glimt is going to do this. Bodo Glimt are going to do that. Bodo Glimt are going the fuck home. And that's what they did. Squandered away a 3-0 lead. Yeah, cool. Now it's watch. Just watch the energy in the spaces this week of just how everyone rates Luis Suarez like he's the actual Luis Suarez for Sporting. You know, not realizing that he's 28 years old playing for Sporting. And if he was anywhere near Luis Suarez level, he wouldn't be 28 playing for motherfucking Sporting. But he's going to be the best baller in the world come next month. We know how this story goes. Right? Now, yesterday, someone asked me in the chat, who would I want in the final? And they said Bayern, PSG, or Real Madrid. And just conveniently left out Liverpool. And I was like, you know, Liverpool actually have a shot to get through this thing. Liverpool now have the opportunity to right their wrongs from last Champions League campaign against this PSG team. They want to do to PSG what PSG did to Chelsea after beating them 3-0 in the World Cup club final. and then paraded around the world like world champions and all this. And then they showed them the levels playing us in that preseason tournament that's not there yet versus playing us now in the big boy competition is different. Liverpool are a bigger club than PSG. And I'm sure LFC Monster is going to show up here and tell us about it whenever he shows up. Because we expect him to be back in the spaces now that they have won. Not only did they win, they won statement win, you know. Gala are so bad. Like, I didn't know that Gala was so bad. And this is what I was on. I'm saying that the football gods are going to punish these men for being so poor in the first leg because they had an opportunity to kill off that game in the first leg. It seemed like Liverpool wanted to score on every possession or was going to score on every possession. Man missed the penalty and still went. My God, Gala. Bad, bad, bad. This is probably like a reflection of what the UEFA wanted when they did the Super League thing. You see some of these scores. These are Super League scores, you know. 7-2, 8, 10s on aggregated Bayern. This is what they wanted it to be when they did the Super League. So essentially, UEFA has won, y'all. They have found a formula. They have found a way to deliver Super League results, Super League matchups in a Champions League setting. So they don't have to bypass what the Champions League as we know it. What they can't do, however, is expand the tournament any further. Because they water down the tournament any further, it's just going to become essentially Europa League battering when you put some of these teams up against Bayern. I think even last year, the first match day, Bayern had put like 8 past Dynamo Zagreb or some shit. There's been some high-flying scores in this tournament. But just watch. There's no front. We know the agenda. Next week, especially if we say we don't win the EFL Cup on Sunday, which we'll get onto in a minute, Sporting Lisbon will become everybody's new favorite team. No one will care about PSG beating Liverpool or, since that they're the only other English team, so no one will ever care about any of that shit. It will just be Sporting is everybody's new darling and hope that they can beat Arsenal. Yeah, but big up to everyone, man. And pardon my manners that I even forgot to tell you good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, nice and decent people. And big up to everybody. Everybody who we got in the house. We got, hey, man like Jam Boy, you know. Big up to Jam Boy, man. Yaga P is in the house. Man like Tone, the Toronto Guna. Love my G. Big up to BX Gunner in the house. Man like Jaggers, you know. Jaggers, go on with it. You see that? My damn soundboard just looped out and glitched, but it picked the perfect part of the song. Let Jah be praised. I loved it. Oh my God. The joys of technology, you know. It's mad. But big up to Jagans. Anas Amanas, man. Big up to Jamboy as well. Luna SC, what you telling me? You good, yeah? Joins. Yes, man. Yeah, man. Spring Daya. Spring Reach, my brother. La Liga better than the Prem. They play better football. I know that. They do play better football. Now, the Premier League is the best marketed and the best packaged, you know. But the better football is played in Europe. If you look, you saw a clear gulf in class between Barcelona and Newcastle. Right, when they were at St. James's Park, the game was a lot more physical, a lot more bouncing around and all that shit, right? We saw when Barcelona turned up at Stamford Bridge when Chelsea beat them with 10 men and put Chelsea over the moon. The physicality actually affected them. When the ball is on the floor, they are better. They play better football. Even in the second division in Spain, they play better football. The championship is like UFC. Segundo in Spain is techie. They play good football. The ball is on the ground and everybody can play. You know what I mean? Every man is not that's into the physicality, pace, and power thing. Yeah, man, time of fly, brother. As soon summer. And when summer reach, you know, it's 2027, everybody, I pray. Big up to Mr. Cousteau. Big you up, the assembled. Thank you for being here. Eddie Howe, I don't know. I think he's. Have you ever been in a situation in your own line of work where you're just out of your depth and you feel like you're drowning? I think that's where Eddie Howe is at. Not saying he doesn't know the job, he doesn't know the work, but it looks like he is out of his depth. And we're saying that because we've had a huge body of work to look at Eddie Howe over the past 3-4 years. And he has done well, relatively well, right? Because Eddie Howe, remember, I think it was 2019, because that's the same year that Arteta got appointed. That's the year Eddie Howe relegated Bournemouth, right? And then he went to somewhere, I think he went to Italy or somewhere to cut his teeth, to learn how to coach and do that type of shit. Then he came back to Newcastle, took him over from, what's that? Was it Steve Bruce? Took over from Steve Bruce, damn near relegation they were in. Then he went to 2 finals. Won one of them since then. So he has something about him, but this level might be a step too far for him. And if Newcastle aren't careful, they're going to fuck around and lose all their players in this period, right? Because right now it's looking like Conference League at best for them, man. At best. You know, they might not even get that. So if your man like Tenali and Bruno G and men who have already been linked away, Lewis Hall, Livermore, they won't be able to keep these players. They'll be able to keep players like Elanga and Wissa, Walter Martin, because, you know, essentially that's their level. This PSG team will be tricky for Liverpool. They will be. But Liverpool can beat them. You know, even if you remember last year, PSG were all over them at the Parc des Princes. Liverpool won the game and went back to Anfield. PSG went on to do the madness, knocking out all the English teams, including us and Villa, on their way to dominating Europe and all that. But I find it interesting that the question was put to me in that fashion, where it was Real Madrid, PSG, or Bayern. Liverpool wasn't included in it. Now, maybe because Liverpool was down a goal to Galatasaray, because it was before the game was played. Now that Liverpool have established themselves as we're still Liverpool, this is still the Champions League, and we put 4 past and could have been 8 comfortably past Gala. Liverpool are feeling themselves now. Plus, essentially, it's all they're playing for, because they can't spend the type of money they spend only to be playing for an FA Cup. So they're in a position now they can look and be like, yo, our season is not all the way shot. A stay of execution for Arne Slot. He kicks the can down the road. Because if he wins the Champions League and a FA Cup, which they can do, they can beat City, because City isn't great, and that's who they drew. Now, advantage City because it's in the Etihad Stadium or whatever, but they can. All these possibilities exist. I know the Quad Talk has put blinders on not most people, but you know that side, the Giddy Gang. The Quad Talk has blinded a lot of people to thinking that Liverpool or City are just going to roll over in the FA Cup. City ain't even going to roll over on Sunday. They're going to give us a hell of a game. Now, I do back us to win it. And it's not based on tactics and this. I just based it off. It's a one-off game. And I had it in my head that we would win this competition before a ball was even kicked. You know what I'm saying? But big up to Jacques, man. Big up to Hendo. Hope you're a good man. Ecstasy. You're telling me. We played Sporting last season, but in the group stages, I think this Sporting looks different and dangerous. We played them in the knockout stages, and it shows the Sporting team is different. They did come out with fire in their eyes against Bodo because they simply had to. They were down 3-0. They didn't have time to pass the ball around and wait. From kickoff, they just went long and like, we understand the assignment and we know what we have to do. But I don't think they can have that type of freedom against us. They will not. All right. The Victor Jokovic derby will be a little different. Now, take it away from the Liverpool that has an actually good chance of beating PSG. Bayern versus Real Madrid. That is a coin flip. I don't know who's going to win that. I don't even care, right? But on our side of the bracket, Barca Atleti is not a foregone conclusion that it's going to be Barca. I actually think Atleti beat them. You know what I mean? Big up. I do think we get by Sporting now. If anyone disagrees, let me know. Big up to Yagapi. Anas Amanas, my brother. I hope you're good. Eddie Howe was trying to run a game with Dan Burn and Trippier. Brother, I don't know what that was about. So the other guy, Tino, Livramento. That's the guy who's maybe he went for experience. That's all Barker did was play from deep, pull them apart from the CMs and the defenders, and let the forwards cook Dan Burn. Yeah, Burn was a them men were falling over, giving away goals. It was mad. That performance here. Eddie Howe is out of his depth. Now I hear people saying that the Chelsea coach is out of his depth. I don't think he's out of his depth here. I think he's still in shock. I don't think he can believe his luck that he's actually managing Chelsea. I don't think he can believe the luck that people are actually turning the screw and putting the pressure on him already. Like you see you saw it come apart quickly for Ten Hag. You saw it come apart quickly for Amorim with the clipboard and the pieces. Now he has turned himself into a meme, writing a note for Garnacho when you're down 8-2. If you're Garnacho, I know you're saying in the back of your mind, like, what is this dude on? Like, what's man on, brother? Like, we're down 8-2. First of all, I'm mad that you even put me in this damn game. You know what I mean? I'm mad you put me in this damn game, let alone you're gonna give me a note and make me a part of your damn meme. You want to be a meme? Be a meme all by your damn self. You know what I'm saying? Big up Jam Boy. UCL is about different managers' redemption story. Who's it gonna be come May 29th? Has to be us, isn't it? Has to be us. We have to be there. Because I don't think we can beat anyone on our side. And then in the final, it's a toss-up. But I'm not even there yet. I'm just like focused on this damn final on Sunday. We'll chat about in a minute, but big you up, man. Gotta get through these comments. Why do they want a Super League when there's already the UCL, especially the new format? And that's what I'm saying. I think first of all, they wanted to get rid of this and then just do the Super League. But the backlash from the fans and from businesses or whatever stopped them was probably a good thing, right? Because the compromise seems to be the sweet spot, and they found a formula where they can get Super League matchups, Super League results, while still calling it the Champions League. You know, I think that's what they're on. Big up James, man. Hanas and Manas, man. Yep, 2-week break. Like, we don't play another Premier League game until April 11th. It's for time. We play 3 different comps. So we play the EFL Cup final on Sunday, Champions League, and the FA Cup game before we kick another Premier League ball. You know, and when we kick another Premier League ball, I think it's against Bournemouth the following day. I think we play before City again, which seems to be what works best for us. Because whenever they play first and put the pressure on us, we seem to be a bit nervous. So we play before them, and we have the opportunity to put 12 points on the board while they go to Chelsea. I think they were away to Chelsea in their next picture. So that could be a mad one. And we put 12 points on the board and they get anything other than 3 points, then, you know, the Giddy Gang going to be atting you in every single tweet, every single Instagram post that they make. You know, the WhatsApp group's going to go crazy. I want Arsenal Liverpool final. See, Jam Boy, I'm on to something with this. Because I'm ashamed of myself yesterday for even not remembering that Liverpool was on the other side and could be a possible final opponent. There's some heavy hitters over there, man. Newcastle crumbled at the end of the first half. Elanga with poor decision despite 2 goals. That rush of emotion, you know, that rush to his head. You know, it's like I scored 2 goals at the new camp. But yeah, a better drill team can take Barca. Barca can be got at. Because that's their formula. You can score against them, but they will outscore you. 7. Can't get the cartel. Hey, why not? I must have that. See, the thing is, right? I don't keep all the music on my actual computer because it slows it down because there's so much damn music. So when I'm doing events, I just bring my hard drive and play the music off my hard drive. But I have like this random songs loaded in my soundboard. And I got so much Vibes Cartel in here. But I don't know if that's one of them. But yeah, I'm going to cue that up, man. Big you up, though. Big up to Mr. Peterson. Hope you're good, my G. Guna SC said, you ever get in trouble with the family for being over dramatic during football? Guna SC, I got kicked out of a damn hotel in Switzerland for my anniversary in 22-23. Remember it was either the Liverpool game or the Bournemouth game. It's so foggy because It was one of them ones when we were getting overran and man wasn't doing anything about it. And I'm in Zurich, Switzerland, just yelling this, do something. They did warn me about 4 or 5 times. The wife knows to get away. She knows when Arsenal are playing to get the hell away from me. Because, it's a very volatile state. The kids, different. I compose myself when the kids are about. They can't see me like that. But the adults, I let loose. Yeah, man, let Jah be praised. Well, I pray for my blessings to rise. Honors are manners. Bayern smash Real Madrid next. It's a toss-up. That's a Real Madrid smash Bayern. We're gonna say, hey, it's Bayern Munich, it's the Champions League, it's heritage, it's their competition. Bayern smash Real Madrid, we can say Bayern or the better team, right? They finished second and had a great record in the Champions League for a reason. It is Bayern Munich. Right? You can't tell the story. If you have a table and the table says the biggest clubs in world football, Bayern Munich has a chair. Like Real Madrid has a chair. Barca has a chair. You know what I mean? But there's a chair for Bayern Munich there. It's not an upset. I do think if Sporting Lisbon get one over on us, it could go into the upset category. But this game could be 4-2 either way. Could be 1-0 to either side. That is a blockbuster fixture. This would be worthy of a final. These two. And I think these two played in the Champions League. I think because the year Bayern beat us in the quarterfinals, I think it's Real that knocked them out in the next round. Is it not? I'm almost sure. There was some controversy around the refs and all that, but I'm sure it was Bayern that knocked them out. I could be wrong, but something along those lines. But that is a great game of football for neutrals, for rivals, and all them something there. I'm gonna watch it. Unless it directly conflicts when we play, I'm gonna watch that shit. With popcorn. You know what I mean? Big up to Guna Rican. Now, people, announcement. Now, everybody's bracket have been busted. Guna Rican, Jagans, Guna SC, I got your brackets. Everybody's bracket. I ain't gonna put your business out there with Steve you picked for the quarterfinals for the grand prize of the 500. So no one won the 500, yeah? So being the kind of man of the people and a giver that I am going to redo it for the quarters. But the prize money going to be less, isn't it? So you can no longer win 5, right? Is that bingo gone? Now we playing for the constellation of 300 of Trump's finest US dollars. Yeah. You don't even have to do it today. You have until the first ball is kicked. So I'll put it out now. You can send it to me now. You can wait so you can weigh the injuries and all that stuff before the ball is kicked on April 7th when the quarterfinals kick off. But admin announcement. Yeah, I will. If you send me your bracket with all the quarterfinal teams all the way through, just like you did for the round of 16, you get all of them right, including the final, you'll win the grand prize of Bracketology 300 from BBK Sports. As an appreciation for me, to you, for supporting the channel and for knowing your football, knowing it well enough to predict a quarterfinal bracket all the way through. I think that's worthy of 300. So just a quick admin note while we got everybody here. And tell a friend to tell a friend. England ain't in Europe no more. Arsenal and Liverpool. Let's imagine, right? 6 English teams go into the knockout round. Only 2 advance, and those 2 end up meeting in the final. Now there is talk of the coefficient being messed up now. But the thing is, the Premier League or the English FA was so far ahead that they can lose 4 teams and still not get jumped by I think it's Spain and Germany that's behind them. Now I do think the Spanish teams had an advantage because all 3 of their Champions League teams progressed. But both Spain and Germany aren't going to jump over the Premier League for the 5th spot. So fortunately for Chelsea or Liverpool or Villa, the English FA will get 5 slots next year with a high probability. Today is a good day. Now, hopefully we're saying that on Sunday because we're saying that on Sunday. Hey, I'm hearing that. Going out to Carrington, my boy. Physicality usually a substitute for technical ability. It is. It is 100%. And that's why if you have just a couple of minutes one day, if you just go on YouTube and type in like Segundo highlights, and it'll show all the second division, all the goals in the second division in Spain. And then you look at the championship, right, and how teams perform, or the style of play and how teams play in England in the championship. It's completely different. Imagine a double watch along with Stocks and Virgil. Listen, April 7th. Now, hopefully, we're watching that game, as EFL Cup champions, because we could. The Arsenal faithful, especially on the positive side of the fence, they're putting the energy out there. They're walking with a little bit of swag. Hey, we're quarterfinal in both cups and 9 points clear. So you're talking to a team who's doing bits right now. But I'm saying keeping calm until at least we lift one of the first four. You know what I mean? Just cop some tickets to watch Ronaldinho and Brazil legends and Toronto FC. That's mad exciting. Bro, brother. Toronto Guno, you on Insta? I have to follow you on Insta for some of them vlogs, man. Make sure you get some good footage lead up to that, man. That you can't miss that. The football fan in you will not allow you to miss that. That is dope. Big up for that. They should have sacked Howe last summer, and he should have definitely been sacked this summer. So, James, but here's the thing, right? They talk about the EFL Cup, and when you win a trophy, you're supposed to kick on and all that stuff. And that is it's a blanket statement that's thrown around way too casually, because we have evidence. We've seen Newcastle, right? Let's use Newcastle. They won the EFL Cup. They were meant to kick on, right? They won that damn trophy, and their best players wanted to leave. Or their best player. The guy who won them the damn trophy wanted to leave. So this idea, like for the big clubs, yes, it can mean that you can go on. But if you are in that zone where you're trying to make the big step, the EFL Cup ain't it. Like we've seen Man United win that cup and go backwards. So that you win the EFL Cup, you kick on. Operate those things independently. Whether we win or lose the EFL Cup should have no bearing on whether we go on to win this Premier League or not. Just treat the game like what the fuck it is. It's a one-off game at Wembley. You know what I mean? But they had put way too much stock in that EFL trophy. And Deji catches a lot of slack for that when he goes on panels and say, it's dusty. But it's rich coming from a Spurs fan to call a trophy dusty. But I understand what he was talking about, not the trophy at all costs. Because essentially, trophies can do a hell of a lot to cover up cracks. You know what I mean? And when you don't address the cracks, this is what happens. They end up in a relegation fight after winning a trophy. You know what I mean? I did not know that. Appreciate you letting me know, Guna SC. No, the games on the left side of the Champions League will be tough. Small margins won't be silly goal scores. I think you can get silly goal scores against Real Madrid. Did you see the chances that Man City was able to create against these men with 10 men? That they are not as disciplined defensively as you would like a big club to be. But I guess they fancy their abilities in going forward so much that they forego some of their defensive duty. I think Rudiger's past it. That Dean Huijsen kid, he's had an okay season, but he hasn't really established himself as one of the best center backs in the world. Not yet, but he's done a decent job. But they can be got at, that Bayern team. I mean, that Real Madrid team. And if it's one team that can get at them, it's Bayern. That's a heavyweight bout, On our side of the bracket, there are some middleweight, some light heavyweight, but over there, it's going down. Bayern will win the UCL this season. They have a shout, big shout. They play fantastic football. They score goals for fun. Wahaha disagrees. Liverpool can't beat PSG. They can't. I think they have a shot. What I'm saying is, from the four teams on that side, I'm having a very difficult time picking two clear favorites to come out. In the Champions League, on what metric are we using to say that Liverpool can't beat PSG? What is it? It can't be domestic league form, because we've seen enough football to know that league form, league position, this competition, night and day. Right? So I would be shocked if Sporting beat us. I wouldn't be shocked if Atletico beat Barca. I actually think they will. But on that side, there's no clear favorite. A big up to Wahaha, man. I remember Real Madrid defense isn't that they're not. I do not trust them, brother. They're leaky. But Salah isn't on it anymore. McAllister neither. Kirkez will suffer against Dembele and Doué. They will. They will. But imagine a game where they suffer and PSG is wasteful. These things happen. Cook. Dembele will cook Kirkez. They will cook him. They'll go over there. They'll cook Frimpong. And they're wasteful. And they get a free kick at the edge of the box, and Dominique Szoboszlai rifles it from 25 yards. These things happen in football. And speaking of Szoboszlai, he has to be their best player, their player of the season, is he not? If I'm Szoboszlai, I'm going into the office and asking for Mo Salah money. Because remember last year when Mo Salah bet on himself and they won the league and man got his money. If you're Szoboszlai, you're like, brother, I carried this team. Without this team, we're a conference league team. Without me, we're 6th or 7th. So, I think I've outperformed my contract. Let's renegotiate. If I'm Szoboszlai's agent, that has to be on the cards. Or you're not doing that job as an agent. Part of your job as an agent is to make sure that if your client is overperforming their contract, you are well within your right to try to renegotiate. He has carried them fuckers this year, and winning the competition may be their only way into the competition next year, because their league form is looking sticky. Right? Because they could do that to Gala and then go lose to Brighton at the weekend. It can't happen. Like we've seen Forest go there and put 3 past them. Now I want to ask if the Liverpool man them, if anybody seen Monster still, I'm surprised he's not here today. I hope he's all right, because we've already lost. And I say lost because I don't know what happened to him. One of our better Liverpool fans this year in Mr. Batter. No one has seen Mr. Batter. We don't know what happened to Mr. Batter. But we can ask them. Is you back slot in? Are you still on the fence? Or is just a stiff execution for him? Arsenal versus City is a shoot-off. Arsenal need to win it. I think if we get into a shootout with them, man, it could be trouble. Now, the same thing for Real Madrid's defense. I think the Man City's defense can be got at 100. Disagree with what? That's out of the bracket? It's fine to disagree. Just let me know. Let me know what you disagree about. I said a lot there. Where you get the idea that Liverpool can beat PSG again. It's the Champions League knockout round. These are the final best teams in Europe. Are we really going to pretend like Liverpool have no shot? Now, I'm not saying that they're favorites. Not by any means. But I don't think I can pick a clear favorite from that side. So Liverpool 6, PSG 1, Real Madrid 15. Right? So that's 22. And how many Champions League Bayern got? 4 or 5? It's a lot of big years on that side. I don't think it's a crazy thing that Liverpool can get at them. Like, did you think Chelsea could beat PSG in the final in the World Cup? It was 3-0 at halftime. These things happen. See, I'm doing it again. Now, I really believe they have a shot. I'm not saying they're going to win it, but they have a shot. Even Barca, their backline is leaky. And it's not because I don't think their players can't defend. I just think they choose to play football a certain way, which is fine. I can't see Liverpool beating PSG over 2 legs. But Liverpool in Europe, you just don't know. But yeah, they can get it done. I would massively surprised if Liverpool go through. I just can't see it at the moment. And that's a fair take. Russinior is better than what he's showing, says Joins, but he's deep in his performative acting bag. Theatrics FC. He's just not doing simple thing. Wants to prove he's a tactician. Just got to get the boys doing the basics. So basically, he just needs to do a Carrick. Let your players do the basics and do them well. Yeah. And then it would look like you reinvented the wheel or you tweak something. Let's hope he unfucks himself next Sunday or whenever they play City. But after the international break, yeah, in April. Let's hope because now we're hearing talks of Enzo might be leaving Chelsea. They know they're taking a loss if he leaves Chelsea. Like no one is paying $100 million for that. Nobody. Not even PSG. Not even City who print money. We can definitely beat Barca. Yeah, I think we can beat anyone on our side. And I think we can beat anyone in the final. But if I go by what Wahaha is saying, where it's 100% PSG, 0% Liverpool, I disagree. I think it's much closer. It went to pens last year. It wasn't a blowout. And even now, if I'm putting Inter in a game with PSG, the final was 5-0. I think it'll be a closer game. That was a bad day at the office. PSG can have a bad day at Anfield and be out this competition, Because the first leg is at Anfield, right? The first leg is at Anfield. Say Liverpool beat PSG 3-1 at Anfield and go back to the park with a 2-0 lead. They can see that through. Yeah. Barca ain't our problem. Don't know why people skip Atleti. We focus on Sporting. That's it. I actually think Atleti wins that one. I think Atleti beat Barca. That's the only one that I'm willing to. Well, us and Atletico, I think, will play. On the other side, it's a complete guess, a complete flip of the coin. But I do think Atletico will get by Barca. Yeah, we're dealing with Sporting, man. We're dealing with Sporting because this is what I'm saying. Yesterday's stream, I was saying this. No one was talking about Sporting when they were down 3-0 to Bodo. Everyone was talking about Arsenal ain't got nothing for Bodo. Fuck Bodo. And now I'm saying, fuck Sporting. Because now Sporting is going to become everyone's favorite team. Everyone is going to have a love affair and be a slobbery with Sporting only because they're playing Arsenal. We're downplaying Liverpool because they're playing PSG. But we're getting my Tony Cloud voice, and I don't. I'm not scared of Sporting Lisbon. I'm sorry. Cut off the presser. Courtois injured for 2 months. He was subbed at halftime. Yeah. Damn, this is big. This is big. Because I can't hide from it now. You men have all heard me say I think he's the best goalkeeper in the world. Give me him, give me Allison, give me Oblak as the top three, whichever order you put him in, I won't argue. So this, hey, advantage Bayern. Look out. Look out, Bayern. Because he kept Real Madrid in the damn tie when Nico O'Reilly put one at him and he saved it with his foot, like from point blank range, If Sporting knock us out, that's what I'm on, AJ. You can't go out to no Sporting, bro. Not when you took their striker. You took their striker who scored 97 goals for him in 2 years. Need to, man. Ronaldo smashed Bayern. That guy smashed everybody, to be fair. Atleti can knock out Barca too. Facts. I think they will. I think the last time Atletico lost the game big was to them. I think it might have been the Copa del Rey or something. And if he dares lose on Sunday, sack him on the Wembley pitch. He's definitely not getting sacked. Yes, rebuild the quarterfinal brackets. I'm giving you another shot. But it's not 500 this time. It's 300 for the winner because it's easier to pick from 8 teams than it is from 16, yeah? So, but yeah, you can send it now or you can wait. My suggestion is to wait for a little bit because Courtois, if you had made it, now Courtois is injured, that might influence your decision. A lot can happen between now and April 7th, but I have to put it out there now. That way you can, get your brackets ready. So as Eddie Howe, yeah, he is next in line for the sack inning because it looks like Conference League at best. The points are not just ECL. Take account for conference in Europa. Yeah, I hear it. But Villa was the only English team that won. Forest lost. Palace drew. Villa was the only English team that won last week. So it's 2 of 6. 4 went home. But all 3 of the Spanish teams won. So I think it's 2 points per win. But when I looked at it, the Premier League had such a big lead to begin with, even with the surge of the La Liga teams. Even if La Liga jump ahead of the Premier League, I don't think the German coefficient will be enough to go ahead of the Premier League. And it's the top 2 that get the 5. So I think Villa is safe. Yeah, man, give thanks, man. Bracketology. Yes, man. Man of the people. Give it another shot. You know, there's March Madness going on right now, so there's bracketology everywhere. But it's easier to pick, 8 teams. So rapid fire, I could go Liverpool, Bayern, Arsenal, Atleti, Liverpool, Arsenal, something like that. Eddie Howe needs A-grade players. He hasn't had the luxury to go for these types of players. The problem is definitely bigger than Eddie, right? The problem is it's Newcastle. It's where it's located. It's the barcode pinstripes. It's you won a trophy the first time in 50 years or however long that was, and your best player wanted to leave. Typically, when that happens, it's like, yeah, this is Isaac and his associates, and a lot of football fans think, hey, this is Newcastle's level. You'll win a cup here and there, but you'll never break into the ranks unless the owners of Newcastle get the luxury or the freedom to spend the way Man City was able to spend back in 08, 09, But now PSR is a thing, but PSR doesn't affect Man City. They already got their team. They already have their foundation. If PSR FFP didn't come in, Newcastle would be doing what City and Chelsea did. Facts. Real will get got at. They damn sure will now, and they're going to need to play some defense because Courtois is like, in the course of a La Liga campaign, will save you 15 points with his bare hands and feet. In the knockout format, he will keep you in a tie because he kept him in a tie against Man City. Because if that game was 3-1 going back to the Etihad, City would have felt differently, approached it differently. But Courtois, man, he is a walking clean sheet. Newcastle had to sell Elliot Anderson into PSR. And then it goes back to you might have to just do some better recruitment and development in it. You've all heard me talk about the Golden State model, the Warriors, where you draft well, you draft and you develop. You draft a Steph Curry, you draft a Draymond Green, you draft a Klay Thompson, and you sign one superstar in Kevin Durant. That's how you build it. You know what I mean? I remember the San Antonio Spurs. They drafted Tony Parker. They drafted Manu Ginobili in the 2nd round. And he was better than most first rounders. Newcastle is going to have to do some serious development and, spend big here and there. But they won't be able to spend big because of the PSR thing that Jam Boy just alluded to. UEFA got to crack down on this BS PSG taking time off, postponing games for the rest. That's a clear advantage. What are we doing? The rest of Europe does that. I think the only league that doesn't do it is us or the Premier League. The rest of the leagues, domestic leagues, want their teams to do well in Europe. The tribalism is not that deep in France. Because remember, was it Marseille or Lyon that was getting relegated and then PSG gave them a loan or something, bailed them out? Like, you think if Tottenham was about to get relegated, Arsenal would bail them out? Nah, right, send their ass down to the championship. It's a fundamental difference in mentality where the domestic teams in A League, B League knows that if PSG does well, it's a win for French football. The English don't see it that way. Every English team wanted every other team to go out except theirs. Now, whichever side of that you fall on, But it's not uncommon, and I don't think it's exclusive to PSG. Liverpool were good last year, and they got hammered by PSG in both ties. I get it, but they were good last year in the league and the league phase. Knockout rounds competition, it just sets up differently, And then we don't even know what motivates this bunch. If these players have anything about them, they should be motivated by the way that PSG dumped them out at Anfield last year. That could be playing on their minds. Remember when they lost to Madrid and Mo Salah was like, "Give me Real Madrid in the final." They lost the final, the one in Paris. I was actually in Paris for that game. Scousers were everywhere. In my opinion, Bayern versus PSG, Arsenal versus Barca. Those are heavyweight matchups as well. I'm here for it. Because I'm done with the give me the easiest draw, whatever. Except in the FA Cup. Like in the next round of the FA Cup, I'll take Leeds or West Ham over the other ones. But in the Champions League, we know what the hell it is. This is your path to the final at this point. Whoever you get, you get. We sub to Wahaha people. I'm a resident United fan. Does great work for us. We'll big him up for always here supporting and things. Even though he trolled us a lot. If you're ever in Toronto, link me. I'll smoke you in the best chronic show and the best food spot. Oh, show. Hey, man, calm, man. I'm there, bro. I'm there soon, man. It's gonna be in the summer though. It's not gonna be in the cold. I can't leave Washington and go somewhere with colder weather. And big up to Brian, man. Hope you're good, my G. Thank you for being here. The only greatest Liverpool is Barcola being out for a few weeks, and they will got. I mean, but if Barcola is out, I mean, they still got good wing play in Carver and Duhe, And leading into that fixture, Liverpool will have this game, that game, still fighting for Champions League, and PSG will do what you just said, Joins. They will rest. They will rest and rotate. They did it against us last year. When we went to Everton and played everybody, Arteta played everybody. PSG rested, and they were 1-0 up in the tie. We were down 1-0 going to the Prong, and they rested. So we went to PSG in the semifinals. We huffed and puffed for 20 minutes, and then they dealt with that. Then we had nothing. And they just cruised past us. So they know most of those leagues, they look at the Premier League and know that they can't compete with the Premier League financially. So the thing when they rest and postpone fixtures to allow their teams to do it is they see it as they got to level the playing field somehow with any competitive advantage that they can legally get. I mean, Phil Foden is a turd. Big up to Dow. Listen, I don't know what happened to Phil. I know Phil had skill. Phil Foden could play football. He could. He had tech. He had flair about him. You can say he got coached out of him. I hear that shout. But part of it is I do believe that he was eased and ushered into the team around world-class players, which enabled him to be a passenger. And now when it became time for him to carry the team, that transition can be very difficult for young players. Imagine being ushered in and being a deputy to David Silva, a guy who's probably going to get a statue at Man City at some point. Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo, all these men. Leroy Sané, he was just surrounded by great players. And Phil Foden never got thrown in and say, go win us the game. Phil Foden won them games, but he was never thrown on the pitch like a Cole Palmer was thrown on the pitch for Chelsea or a Saka was thrown on the pitch or start and say, you got to carry this team at 18, 19, 20. So he had the luxury, it is what it is, right? Life ain't fair, ain't supposed to be. But that was evident and it shows because now they tried to give him the keys and then they realized quickly now. So go get players. Go get Cherky. Go get Marmouche. Go get this guy. Go get that guy. And the team it just seems like they're just throwing different players at it and hope it fits. And does anyone notice now that Pep is all of a sudden a humanitarian? Now, I don't know. Maybe you, man, was following Pep a long, long time. But was he talking about world issues when he was winning trebles at Barca or when he was doing bits at Bayern? It's like his shit's going off the rails now. Now he cares about world issues. Yeah, right. You're a football coach. All the world issues are great, but there was a war going on when you were winning trebles at Man City, at Barca, and doing bits at Bayern. I know there was a goddamn war going on because I was fighting in them. But man is a humanitarian now, caring about this and caring about that. Bullshit when we hear it. Disagree. Eddie Howe is a very good manager, and I would take him over Arteta in a heartbeat. And I disagree with that because I used to go on Jordy Drake. Big up Jordy Drake, because that's my guy. That's my guy. Big him up. There was when they were doing bits last year, they were winning the trophy and all this stuff. It used to be a thing on Jordy Dread TV where Arteta over how, and this was my position. This was my opinion on the whole situation. I never got involved in it. I just said this. Why are we? It's a mid off. Because if the biggest job in world football or the biggest jobs in world football becomes available, neither one of them are getting a phone call. So this is essentially a mid-off. If you're going to talk about who's better, it should be like the upper end, like the serial winners, Fergie or Pep. You know what I mean? Mourinho, Wenger, like that type of shit. But Eddie Howard, it's a mid-off. Like people will see Company go to Bayern and think that's the norm. That's the exception. They took a punt on him. Had he not win in his first year, they would have got him out of there. They would have got him the fuck up out of there. You know what I mean? But he earned he got given an opportunity and he earned his stay. Arteta got multiple opportunities and hasn't earned his stay. And this year, you know, he might finally get over the line. But it's 1-7, isn't it? Big up to Dre, says still slot out. I just feel weird that Liverpool might do a Real Madrid and pull off an upset. I love it, but I hate it. But if you pull off an upset and runs the table and win the Champions League, Dre, then essentially you have to keep him. You can't fire someone who leaves the jail. That's not what Liverpool does. All right. You go from 6 to 7 at the hands of Slot. You know, the Champions League is a pretty good consolation for a bad Premier League season. You know what I mean? So give him all the money as a Premier League champions, 500 million to rebuild the team. If he failed to rebuild the team to defend the Premier League, I hear that. That's a valid criticism. But if he goes on to win this, you can't be slot out after he wins the champs. You know, throw a FA Cup in there as well. Shit. We go to the general, Darren. Anazaman, my brother. The only reason Chelsea won that final was because the players didn't fuck the same with Enrique. And I agree with that. And I said on yesterday's stream, maybe 4 Club World Cups from now, this competition will have something about it where teams will actually take it seriously. But playing PSG in the Donald Trump Invitational and playing PSG in Europe is different levels. You know, Cole Palmer, Rustignan, I say all these men find out what the business is. You know, it's never 100, but Liverpool are rubbish, rubbish. No, I'm gonna read that out loud. Big up to BBK. Hey, big up to Inconcestino, my G. Make sure you guys are subbing and liking the video, please. It's free, people. $3.99. And you have a chance to win $300. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna call no names of no content creators, but hey, what content creator is giving their chat 300? And I just gave away 100 and 100 before that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to buy your support. I'm thanking you for your support. So make of that what you will. Big up to my brother Max Diamond. Rashid. Big up Rash, Arsenal Revolution TV, my guy. And today, people, make sure you're tuned in to Uncomfortable Conversation. Make sure you are there for the Manny monologue. Tone, Liverpool can play high-octane football just like PSG. I think they have a shout. I'm saying. It might be rubbish, but the thing is, Wahaha, they only need to be good on one. They need to be great on one of the legs, or not great, but above average, right? So say they are really good at Anfield, yeah, and do the 3-1. You don't think they can go to Paris and see out a 2-0 lead? I think they can. You know, so, but I think if they don't win the first leg, it's long. So the first leg being at Anfield might even be an advantage for Liverpool because they must win the first leg. I don't think they could have won the first leg in Paris. But if they draw or lose the first one, yeah, then we're back to rubbish. Yes, sir. As there is, oh Lord, Rashid, Rash, my brother, I hate to do this to you, man, but can you do me a favor real quick, my bro? And just go ahead and lean in for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? If you got your phone um, or you're watching on a laptop, just lean in for a little bit, my bro, and just hold a slap. What you mean decent, brother? He's our best attacking 10. He's our best mid. Man didn't lose confidence. I'm not buying he lost confidence shit. No. His freedom of expression was suppressed by the shit tactics. Eze is a ball. He's been balling out in the Premier League for 5 years. I'm not hearing this. None of it. You know, I know Max has done his thing, and Max looks great when he is cutting man up and all that shit, but he is 16. He doesn't know football yet. He's never had to play 90 minutes of football with grown men against managers who decide I'm going to mark you out of a game. That's the part of his development that he's going to have to work on. He is not just going to always have time to run around and do the silky shit. He's going to have to learn how to play football. You know what I'm saying? But he's not decent, bro. Eze is a baller. And without him, we're nowhere near where we are. The volley god. Any ball that pop up in the box anywhere and he's somewhere near it, rifle. Yeah, man. You getting them in. Appreciate you being here. No, we're downplaying Liverpool because they suck. I think they can get something from PSG. They can get something, but they have to win the first leg. They must, because I don't think they can go to Paris. When they go to Paris, I think it's going to be different. Rashif could have been doing that all season, if not for the 100%. Yeah, it's been suppressed. Mr. Cousteau says, so T, you got us going to the final against Bayern. I like us in any final. In any final, a one-off game, I fancy us, bro. You know, and if they get to the final, I'm in Budapest. I'm there. Not gonna get a ticket to the game, but I am there, bro. You know, I didn't look at PSG. Oh, they're going to Paris in 2022, and I'm gonna go. I just happened to be there for that weekend. It was Memorial Day weekend, 2022, the end of May. We get those days off in the army, and so I was always gonna. And I love the energy that was in the air. Champions League final. Those causes were happier than P Diddy with a bag full of dicks. You know, they were happier than a pig in shit. You know, so if we get to a final, obviously I was gonna go back to Munich last year if we had gotten to the final. And I had Expedia ready and open should we have gotten by PSG. But anyone, it could be Bayern, it could be Real, it could be PSG, it could be Liverpool. I'm not saying we're better than them. I'm saying I'm picking us to beat anyone on the day if it's a final. Do you know what I mean? Ryan said won a Classico. I think UEFA wants that as well. Yeah, the numbers. But I think UEFA will also understand that if Arsenal is in a Champions League final, they will do numbers too. Because we do numbers, baby. Yeah, it'll be the whole world are waiting for this. You know what I'm saying? To make the beat drop out. The whole world are waiting for it.
The whole world are waiting for this.
I'm here for it. It just sounds good. Yeah, man. Big up Rashid, but I'm not taking any Eze slander. Nope. Matter of fact, I'm gonna call you out on that later on screen, my guy. If he loses the Champions League final, sack him. Nah, because by then we could damn near have the Premier League trophy. Once he secures that, you know, it's lifetime settings for him. I don't see either making it. That damn Courtois loss is big, you know. The Sean Kingston. Okay, where's my pen? Let me write that down, man. We forgetting shit, you know. Once I log off stream, you know, my wife doesn't know when I'm gonna jump back on stream. So as soon as I log off stream, it's her time, and he wants to do all kind of shit, you know. Sean Kingston is in prison, ain't he? And is in prison for stealing money because he had bad financial discipline and habits. Big up to the doctor. The doctor is in the house. Big him up. I'm just making sure I didn't skip anyone. I see the doc. I see Darren. Okay. I know I saw Binks earlier. Yeah, Betis lost that. Newcastle 7-2, but our performance was much worse. You know what? Yeah, I agree. Even Tottenham showed some fight yesterday. Tottenham, And you know what the crazy thing about the Tottenham result? Hey, the Tottenham fans may be listening, so let's whisper, y'all. They actually think they did something yesterday. Yeah. Tottenham sloppy Hotspur actually thought they did something. Brother, Atletico, like last year when we finished 10 points behind Liverpool, and the top gooners would say, we had all these injuries and they only won the league by 10 points. We were right there. Brother, Liverpool had stopped playing, bro. Match week 33, they had the league wrapped up. You know what I mean? If they needed to make that 90, they could have made that 90. If Atletico wanted to blow the doors off of Tottenham, they could have. But they're looking at other things because they know it's done and dusted. But Tottenham actually thought they did something. And I see Tottenham fans saying that to Chelsea fans, like, yo, we had a better showing in Europe. Like, brother, that is a lame comparison. If you both go out in the round of 16, it's saying who was a worse loser or who was a better loser. Like, stop it. But I know there's so much to unpack with Chelsea, man. I haven't heard, to be fair, I haven't heard any of the Chelsea content creators say Liam out, because even now they know that it's much bigger than just a coaching thing. Now the coach has his issues, but they do know, hey, why is he even at Chelsea? Why is he even there? He's not qualified to do that job. But no one wants to say it, especially the content creators who are white. Because if white content creators say it, they're going to be called racist. you know how this thing works. Hey, side note, the gas price, brother, $5.30, and that's for regular gas, Darren. Regular. The premium that Infinity say I'm supposed to put in my car is damn near $6. So I'm gonna put the $5 in. I'm gonna stop by the auto store and get like some octane booster. Pour that in the tank with the regular 87. You know what I mean? Big up, my G. But it's rough out here, man. Elon Musk is smiling because he can sell more electric cars now when gas is damn near $7 a gallon. Courtois is seriously unbelievable. He is mad, bro. With his hands, with his foot. Unbelievable. They're gonna miss that. Maybe because the way Vinny walks around on the pitch, knowing that they can outscore teams because they got that goddamn stopper in the goal. It's bad. Kawhi was a late pick. Yeah. So there is ways to do it. Like small market teams, they know that there is a way that you can find gems. You recruit or draft and you developed. And then you sign the big, But it's just everyone wants to do it the Man City way. Hey, Calvin Phillips ain't working out, go get this guy. Savinho ain't working out, go get Semenyo. Oh, shit. We loan Nathan Ake. Not Ake. The human calculator. What's his name? The one that used to play for Dortmund. Akanji. They loaned him to Inter. He don't want to come back because Milan is a lovely city. Man, don't want to be in shit Manchester. They're like, oh, shit. No, we need a center back. Oh, let's go get Gay and pay him $300K. They don't want to develop. They don't want to coach. They just want to sign. That's fine. But when it doesn't work, you have to hold coin. Because it's not like you don't have good players. You don't play shit players $300K a week, do you? The French are very patriotic. A win for PSG is a win for their league. They see it that way. If Arsenal win the Champions League, you think England, the rest of the English FA is like, nah, fuck that, man. Let me preemptively drop this message before I go. Maybach music. Big up Ross, man. When Ross comes in, I'll tell him to go check out minute 105. Steph was 7, Clay was 11, and Ray was, second round. There's only 30 NBA teams. So 30 damn 3 teams, or 30, well, not 33 teams. Well, all 30 teams passed on Draymond. All of them had an opportunity to draft him, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? It's not that they will for Tank, yeah. And the thing is, remember that Steph Curry injured to his ankles when they were able to sign him to a 4-year, $44 million deal, which you had Steph, the GOAT, That guy that sits at the go table on an 11 million that was a bargain deal, which allowed them to move differently in the market. And then one with the soft cap was able to give him the big deal. So there was a lot that went on there that fell into place, but that none of that happens if they didn't draft well. You have to draft well. And Steph was Steph 7? Yeah, because that was the 2009 draft when Blake Griffin was the number 1 pick. I'm sure the Clippers regret that decision now. Everybody. Yeah, man. Big up everybody. Even Carefree Lewis. Forget PSR. We got a blue coat problem. And they are going to suck your club dry, man. They are going to suck. They are on this. You will compete. You will challenge. And if you happen to win while doing that, so be it. But winning ain't the priority for these men. They're not. And like, brother, why are they there? Why is this man there? Like, none of these men. Like Roman went what? 5 years max without the league title? 2010 and 2015. Chelsea's coming up on 10 next year. But these men don't give a damn, bro. They're gonna suck your club dry, man. Yeah, it's gonna be like this for some time. Yeah. Better. My wife's car ain't moved for about 2 weeks. Or the Armada that she drives. She's been driving my car. It's not great on gas, but it's better. Because it costs $126 to fill that bitch up. Yeah. And it's just big up to the Shell Don. Big up Manas. Big up to Mateo, man. Anas and Manas. Mateo there? What you mean? Go on. Let's see if my soundboard at work now. Nah, my soundboard's fucking up now. Or is it? Yeah, man. Welcome to Girl Them Sugar. AKA Mr. Canada. Man like Mateo. Big you up, brother. I can assure you Marseille fans were rooting for Inter. I'm sure they were. Hey, man. Big up to Binks. Big up to Binks. Manners every time when Binks come through, you know?
You feel big up. All of the woman them big up. All of the girl them big up. And you feel
all of the woman them, all of the girls them. Big up. Outside. Big up to Binks and Yaga P. Mateo just going around slanging it. Mr. Pump and Dump himself, Mateo. They may be more tribal in the UK, but they are far more united financially. You will never really see a situation like Lyon being relegated over bankruptcy. But in the event that they were a situation of a rival being bankrupt, the big team ain't helping them. So if Lyon is being bankrupt and then man, throw him a solid. That says that the league is looking out for the league. And didn't they sell Turkey for big money to Man City? How the hell are they struggling that much? Shit contracts. Do they have this many guys on shit contracts? Because Lyon has had good players over the years that they could sell. You know what I mean? Foden has gone stale at City. He needs a move. I think Pep has killed that boy. Killed his confidence. Everything about he doesn't look like this. You go from PFA Player of the Year to multiple games being treated like Eze, like unused sub type shit. Desperately need a goal, and the PFA Player of the Year is he never did this to De Bruyne. You need to win a game. De Bruyne was on the pitch. There's benefits to having them early, because then you get to. You damn sure you sacrifice some of your own youth in that, but when they're grown, you're still young enough to have a life. Yeah, so I had them early as well, but I had my first one at 21 and my last at 25. Big up, man! Big up everybody. He was always pest, but City was so good for a while he could fuck around on the pitch. He was a passenger. He was just go from passenger to driver is not the easiest transition if you weren't paying attention. If you were he doesn't know the routes. He was just there and trusting that the experienced driver and the experienced navigation will take him wherever the hell he needs to go. But yeah, he has found his humanitarian and his philanthropy now that the shit's coming off the rails. But I'm pretty sure I didn't hear all this humanitarian shit from him when he was at Barca and Bayern. Message to footballers: don't have kids at. Yeah, midlife crisis. I see people having a go at him that apparently he had wore a different kind of shirt that wasn't like, they were like, look at the shirt that Pep is wearing. I'm like, what's man on? But yeah, a rich one, a wealthy one. He's going through he's going through it. Now, can we put him through some more pain on Sunday? Okay, that's what we have to do. We have to inflict some more pain on these men. They would like nothing more than to rub a trophy in our face. You would see them. They would have so much trolling going on if we are collecting runners-up medal. Yeah, let him start scratching his damn face and his head again on Sunday. That's what I need. I need us to, do the bits and get our job done. That tent of a shirt Pepper was wearing. Oh, okay. I haven't seen it, but I heard it was. He ain't going on GQ no time soon. Aside Arteta being crap, what's the agenda against Arteta? Oh, okay, that's between AJ and Sheldon. Communism is good in theory, just not in practice. I hear it. Oh yeah, this is White and Doc's wheelhouse. Doc loved this type of shit. America's public servant. No ism will ever be tolerated. Humans are, the sexism, the racism, the ism, all the isms in it. That's why I love football. Sometimes you don't see it, but sometimes it creeps into football. Big up to Kwaja. Hope you're good, my G. Honors and manners. 24 likes so far. Keep smashing them. Appreciate you, people. Thank you all for being here, man. Thank you all for rocking with me on this Thursday. I don't think they can have a really good performance, and PSG won't do a gala and curl up and die at their feet. Gala was so disappointing. I was so disappointed in that, man. Like TKA was saying, no, Osimhen, no party. I'm like, Osimhen was part of the problem. He was the most wasteful one in the first leg. Konate miskicked the ball, it lands to him. If you ever wanted a chance to fall to someone in a game at home, especially after they done paid tribute to him with that damn tifo and all that shit, they bigged him up and he fucked it. But yesterday he was even worse for the limited time he was on the pitch. Torreira was ass. How dare these men? These men made it look like Davinson Sanchez is the glue to their team. Because his dumbass got a yellow card in the first leg and he was unavailable. And he looked like he was the glue that was keeping that defense together. Because I swear, how does Liverpool score 1-2 goals? And then 2 passes later, they're still showing the celebration. The ball has kicked off. And Liverpool are on the edge of their box again. Like, how the hell you give the ball away already? I was so disappointed in them, man. And that man ruined my bro, the Waffle Don's 50th birthday yesterday. Because Gala, he has a soft spot for Gala. That's his other team. But they were ass and cheeks yesterday. I hope their ass ain't playing Champions League next year. They don't deserve it. You know what I mean? Ozzy Ange, big up Ozzy Ange. Cecil came out yesterday and said Arteta winning the Carabao will trump Wenger's 2000. And you didn't slap him, Ozzy Ange? You got to tell Cecil, hey, lean in, my G. I'm telling you, everyone from that AFTV camp is deluded, bro. Every single one. Now, I see in the spaces, people be like, everyone is deluded over there. That's why I rate Curtis. I'm not even gonna go there. You know what I'm saying? But the delusion, it's like a prerequisite. Great performance on Tuesday night from the boys. One of their better ones. Clean sheet, professional performance. This is what I mean when I say professional performance, And they did that. Yeah, I have to admit, Eze is our new talisman. Our best run of form factually came when he was in the team, while Odegaard was out. And I know y'all have seen this. He's rushing him back, trying his best to get him back. Nope, there's no need to rush him back. There was no need to rush Trossard back. Let the man rest, bro. How many players are you going to rush back and re-injure before you realize that there's a problem? I know that AJ's probably lost count. What are we up to now, AJ? 130 injuries. I saw the video of Diamond in his mom's car. Crazy what he's going through. I love it. And this is a critical period for him in his development as a footballer and just as a person. Eze is a proper man. Honestly, Arteta has turned him into a beast. Only more to come. I think Arteta has been holding Eze back, bro. All that you saw, he has that in him. Been had it. Man, hey, I does this. Pop my collar, move on. The whole team was in shock. The whole team was like, we have a guy in our team that can do that. Why don't we play to his strengths and then we can actually win some? You see Ben White reaction on all these, man. They were like, shh. It's like, man, it's saying, damn, Odegaard can't do that. We need some more of this. Send the stadium into a trance. He can be back to defend. He's massive and hope he's starting. Very important. Yeah, man, I think he'll be all right. I think he just felt something. Yeah, man, big up to Doc, man. Doc is going in. Doc's Doc wheelhouse. I'll leave Doc at that. PSG is hella sus this season, says Tone, losing more game in League One than usual. Because I think they know that they can first leg is in Paris. Oh yeah, that's right, because Liverpool finished the top half. Yeah, and Liverpool, what was that, 4th or 5th? No, Tottenham were 4th. Yeah, okay, got that. This is not, you know what? This might even change things, you know? Because they don't win that one. If they get a draw and they go back to Anfield, I think they have a shot. They have a damn shot. But Tone, I think it's because they know they can sleepwalk to the league title. You know, they got a shit goalkeeper. Alisson ain't been great this year either, to be fair. But that's another point for Liverpool. Yeah, man. Man, it's Sheshko land. Could be their downfall. Could be. Absolutely could be. You men speak like white people instead of letting the spaghetti cook. Just throwing shit against the wall. Sheldon, I fuck creator better. Oh my god, this chat, I swear. I can't with these, man. I can't. Big up to Rash, man. Rash is my broski every single day of the week. Yeah, man. I think him and his mom went to prison for and they were stealing money, like some kind of fraud scam, using their name and likeness to I don't know the full story, but I do know they got in federal prison doing time. RV Barnes would cook at Arsenal. The rotation piece, maybe. Not really high on him as a first teamer. Over Trossard or Fortinelli. You know what? When we move Trossard on and when we move on Martinelli, I want us to get a proper upgrade, a Bobby Perez level left winger. I don't want us to keep fucking about with these mid guys who can be good on the day and be shit on the next. Be great on the day and be good on the next with a base level performance of a 6 out of 10. Your base. And then against the big teams, you put in 7s, 8s. Against the smaller teams, you damn near do a 10. Justice for Maresca, justice for Ange. Definitely justice for Ange. I tell you what, I don't think Chelsea would have held 8. Fucking with Maresca, they wouldn't. They might have not have beaten PSG, but they would have done better. Yeah, justice for Frank. I think Brentford are laughing right now. Brentford are like, we lost our captain. He's at Arsenal begging for minutes. We lost Wissa. Did Wissa even come on yesterday in the new camp? I don't even know. Not that he did. And who else they lost? And Bumo. 1 game a week merchant. Yep. Literally frauds. Yep. Got charged for frauds. And Beautiful girls. Those beautiful girls cost money to maintain. 238 per liter for 91. Just when the summer comes up, I'm gonna get me a bike, a hoverboard or something. I'm getting tired of the Liverpool wanted to if they could. If they didn't, why didn't they? No. This season's completely different. Last year, after they knew that we weren't on it, Sheldon. I'm gonna keep it 100. If it was Man City chasing Liverpool last year, they would have racked up more than 84 points, bro. They won the league. We're not taking the league away from them. But what I was annoyed at is the top gooners saying that it was all these injuries and we were so close to Liverpool. Well, when has 10 points ever been fucking close? It wasn't close. We were shit. But I think they knew that we weren't about nothing. So they damn near they were partying in the after the Tottenham game, after the 5-1 to Tottenham. They could have extended that lead. But I hear what you're saying though. Why are they rolling around with Chelsea and then man? I tell you what, it's gonna be sweet. Now, listen, just because I think they can beat PSG on the day, don't mean I think they can win this Champions League. And the way they're moving right now, the way those fuckers left Tottenham off the hook for relegation, I'm done with them in the league. I don't think they're getting a Champions League spot. Well, shit, it's the 5 slots, so they might. But I'm saying I don't want them to because they didn't understand the assignment. Everyone else understood the assignment except Liverpool. Letting Tottenham come get a draw at your gaff. Like, what are you doing? NBA have so many flops. Number 1 pick. He's the biggest one. I did. You know what? We did an NBA Wednesday show, and we did. Matter of fact, the second or third NBA Wednesday show that I did back last year when the playoffs started, he was my. Whoever thought this guy was an NBA player and was worthy of a number 1 pick should never be allowed around basketball again. Griffin has seemed to beat James Harden. Is that the Tyreek, the one that's Sacramento? I think he went to Sacramento. I forgot his last name. Marco Rubio, Johnny Flynn, you know. Yeah, Haha is a basketball junkie, just like myself. 126. That's the last time I filled it up. That shit's probably went up more now, bro. You know? And it's not like it's fuel efficient. That shit evaporates. If I park it too long in the sun, the needle moves. Yeah. It's a football chat. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, so the Around the League show with Gianni, we'll probably do it tomorrow. I say probably because I haven't contacted Broski yet, and I'm not just gonna, put his name on a stream without contacting him first because Gianni is a busy man. But the Around the League show tentatively scheduled for tomorrow. Leon cooking the season, so they were definitely rooting for PSG or whoever helped bail them out. Hey, big word, big chest from Wahaha. Darren says Foden did have a purple patch this season. He did, and then what happened? I don't know what. And this is why we got to blame Pep for this, right? Because even at the back end of last year, he had came into some form a little bit, but then this year he picked up where he left off this year, except for that little purple patch that you speak of. Big up to Vince. Big you up, man. G, hope you are good, man. Pep was best. Someone dresses him. Someone said, "Hey, put this on. You'll look nice." You dress poorly, and then the back of you dress poorly and pair poorly. So it's like a parachute. Oh man! My God! Osimhen is the cricketer that sharp at that area. Oh God! He was wasteful, brother. He could have done way better. I know his teammates are looking at him like, brother, this is what we were talking about. You need to be clinical today in Turkey because we know what's waiting on us on the other side, and now they know. Now they know why Napoli was like, yeah, we won the league with this guy, but we're not terribly sad to see him go. Vintage Liverpool, Gala are awful away from home, and it showed. They look like Tottenham. They look the way I thought Tottenham would look at Anfield. Gala made Tottenham go to Anfield and had a better showing than them. I can't let that statement go through past my lips without a slap. Just seeing this shirt. just like 33 years too late. Hey, Binks. Hey, we can't argue with Binks. Once Binks is the fashionista of the chat. If she said the shirt was hideous, we all just have to fall in and feel them men are too experienced and too seasoned of professionals to be intimidated by Anfield. But you're right, it showed. They were so open, man. I was like, yeah, there's someone should have been singing "Are You Tottenham in Disguise?" Forest and PSG wrecked them at Anfield this season, and that's the slot tax, yeah. Odegaard is not injured; he's been taken out of the limelight. I fully believe that, and I don't think he's gonna. I think he might feature in the game, but I don't think he'll start. 130. 30. Is that including the Eze one? Because Eze technically came off with an injury. Cecil taking bro nose into a whole new depth, straight up munching out Arteta's backside. Come on, Cecil, you know better. And like, brother, you're already at AFTV. It's not like you're auditioning for a job. You're already there. They're not gonna fire you unless you say something crazy. You know what I mean? So you can just keep it 100. Yes, man, Cecil. I think he was trolling. I sensed the sarcasm in that from Mateo. Thank God Ghost of God has been out for so long, or we wouldn't be in a final now, would we? I think that would have cost us a final. If we had to depend on him to get us by damn Leverkusen, we could be in trouble. Big up to H-Town Rocket. Big you up, my G. Hey, long time, man, but welcome back, my G. Glad the algorithm didn't give up on you. Glad the algorithm found you today. You may be right. Everyone wants to emulate the human centipede. Eze is a shining light. Yeah, man. Shine bright like a diamond. PSG was suffering last season because last season was so long. They're getting their shit together. Yeah, I mean, if I had to bet money on PSG Liverpool, I would probably bet it on PSG. But if I look at the bookies are gonna say the PSG are the better team, so you wouldn't probably win any money. So you would have to bet on the underdog, right, on the team in the negative to win money. But I don't know if I'm sold on Harvey Barnes. Bobby Perez level is what I want on my left wing. Though we know we have good play, there's some inconsistencies there in Harvey Barnes's game that can serve me. Mind you, Eze in the Champions League and popped his collar. Like it's like he was like, I does this. Act like you've been here before. You ever heard that? Man was acting like he's been here, and that's his first Champions League goal. What a way to open your Champions League account. You know what I mean? That's what we were keeping on the bench for 4 games while Odegaard was in there stinking out the place because he didn't cover Johnny Cash at the back post. So the fuck what? That was 1 goal. We should have went off and made that game goal 4-1. Make it of no consequence. You know what I mean? Carver has already achieved everything he can in France. Dropped the bag. Would he want to leave though? I'm not sure he would want to leave. Ask the question if you're Arsenal. At least what he's gonna say no. Okay, you move on to your next target. Milner wasn't considered a great player in early days. Sometimes you need these type. I hear that, shout, but our left side has been starved for so long, Tone, for quality for so long that we just need to plug the hole, right? Put a round peg in a round hole and solidify our left hand side instead of That's what I'm on. They're nothing without the PE teacher's assistance. I hear it. Did you see Arteta's comments on Eze tracking back after the journalist praised his 4 clearances? Basically saying there's no chance he plays in this team unless he does. And if we unleash him to go forward, we will see more of that, what we saw on Tuesday. If a player does well in the World Cup, watch clubs fall over themselves to buy him. Yep. We call that the James Rodriguez tax, yeah? Because what was that? Was that the 06 or the 2010 World Cup that James Rodriguez got that move to Bayern based off that 1 goal? There's always going to be, All these men from Argentina, World Cup winner tax. Romero's and and the butcher, these men. You know, the Messi tax was heavy. Big up, Mateo. Go do your thing and keep your head straight, my G. Trust me. Truth is, we were shit. We applied pressure, so they had a free run. Man, you applying pressure on them now. They can't hack it. Yeah. Pressure bust pipes, they say. Yeah, man. Go ahead, go clap some cheeks. Protect yourself at all costs. Protect your seed, and remember, discipline, Mateo. Yeah, gonna tell us each time. He will not let us forget, but he's the real bad man. Hey, Jam Boy, you're being called out. Everybody love your clothes, man. Where does Jam Boy shop? SA1, yes, 131, keeping a tally. You would bet on Liverpool, yeah? That's the only chance you would win money because PSG would be the favorite. I don't know about how much, but if I'm just betting another person, yeah. If I'm betting a Liverpool fan, yeah. But if you're gonna place a bet on, DraftKings or Betway, I don't think you're gonna win a whole lot betting on the favorite. I always bet on English teams in Europe, bruh. Okay. And this is important, Vince. Yep. Because some teams peak too early. PSG literally were in the playoffs last year, get ahead of steam, and just started to cook. Knocked out everybody who finished higher of them. You know what I mean? It's mad. It was 2014? It was 2010 or 2014? I thought it was earlier for some reason. If Saliba had his turn, honestly, I would trade him for Paco and move on. I'm good with Saliba, to be fair. I don't think Saliba is our main issue. Nah, Jam Boy had an impromptu live last night. And the bots flocked at telling him they love his clothes and all kinds of. Is that what Uncle Views was talking about this morning? Because I caught Views on the wake up when he was talking about Jam Boy went live and people were in there saying some dumb shit. Might have been it. But I didn't catch that live, but I did see one of his shorts and I commented on it this morning. And my apologies, Waha. I haven't had a chance to check out your thing. Matter of fact, as soon as I get off here, I'll go check out what you posted on your page because I know you did. But, yeah, big you up, man. We play better when we press high. I hope this continues. Sporting is going to give us a game, Sporting they're confident right now. They believe in themselves. Like, you do not turn over a 3-0 deficit in this competition unless you have something about you. But I just think we can deal with them better. We can deal with their surge a lot better than Bodo. Bodo didn't know what the hell hit them. Someone in the chat yesterday said Bodo played typically well on their smaller pitch in Norway, but on the bigger pitches throughout Europe, they struggle. So they're going to give us a whole different dynamic than what Bodo would have given us. But Sporting, not writing them off completely, but on a linear thinking where we're better than them in this, and this. I think Gyökeres, you understand the assignment, yeah? We cannot go after this team after we took you from them. I saw the live pop up, but I thought it was a okay. Big up the Jam Boy, man. Appreciate it. See, I love to see the community support the community. Saliba is more important than Saka to me. Yeah, I think Saka needs to rest. Oh, did he dress like one of them and they thought he was one of them? Because they have codes. They won't say it. They will dress a certain way or they will wear certain things. And if you are a Jam Boy, you were oblivious to that world. And you wear certain things. Cool. All right, man. Love people. Love. And it's blessed people. Catch me on. I might not make the Bruise Banana. Like I said, I have family in town and I have to show my sister some more stuff today before she leaves tomorrow. But I will try to get on Rashid's uncomfortable conversation. And if I can get in some time on the Bruce Banana, I will be there. But thank you all for being here, man. No, wait, he had on a jumper. Okay. I'm gonna go watch it. Well, not now, but I'm gonna go watch it later when I'm driving or to listen to it just to see. Big up to you, man. It's love, people. Absolute love. I appreciate you all being here. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say, people, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are on.
Turn your lights down low. Let me just swap it all, yeah. Put the thing all around, yeah.
She call me Mr. Bombastic, tell me fantastic. Touch me on the box, she says I'm Mr. Roll.
Everyone calls me love sometimes.
You better know when your name lover. One step on Chichi Man.
From them apart in a chichi man can.
My crew, my dogs, set rules, set laws.
Just got paid and I got a little money to burn. Hit them the dance, bust the dance. Hit them the dance, hit them the dance, bust the dance. From you I'm gonna pass the whole, can I get a fuck you? Let me get a